head coach of the year this year. We got Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson, Mike McDonald, Kyle Shanahan, and Mike Vrabel. BC, buddy, you're up first. Who are you going to pick and why?
I would say this is probably the toughest decision just because you've got at least 4 of the 5 candidates here that deserve this. I mean, the case for Cohen's so simple. The Jaguars were laughing stocks last year. Everyone was dogging them. This year, they thought they were going to suck, and then he turns them into a 13-win team and running the AFC South. Like, complete turnaround right there. His system revolutionized them. Ben Johnson.
Whoa. Running the entire AFC South. Let's pump the brakes a little bit here.
Hey, dude, I'm sorry, but like
the Colts were up there.
You guys had it
for a little while. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but you guys had it, and then you just let it slip big time. And there was like the gap. Yeah, the gap was like this, and then all of a sudden at the end of the year, it went like that, dude.
Who would have thought Daniel Jones would be that important?
Yeah,
Indiana Jones, baby. Indiana Jones.
Seriously.
Part of the season, I was saying I thought he was going to be pretty good, but I didn't expect him to be as good as he was.
Right.
But yeah, Ben Johnson, Mike McDonald in Seattle and in Chicago as well are huge. I'm gonna give it to Mike Vrabel though. I love Cohen and what he did. He would probably maybe the bias, former Bucs guy, but Mike Vrabel, I think just what he was able to do with New England. We all thought that it was going to take them decades to kind of figure it back out again, and especially with their recent coaching hires prior to Vrabel. But he really just stepped in and just unified that team. He didn't come in with necessarily like revolutionary systems and everything like that, X's and O's. But he just brought everybody together and united the team. And I think honestly, that's what being a head coach is all about. Not just specializing in one area or two, but if you can get that whole team around you and just have them run through a brick wall every single game, I think you're deserving a coach of the year.
We have somebody out there as well. Sean Payton got screwed. He was not on the list. Going in, we picked our awards prior to this point, and we gave. I picked Sean Payton as well to be head coach of the year. He didn't make the list on here too, so I thought that was kind of weird too. This one is very hard this year, actually, because I think these guys all did something very interesting. Cohen definitely did his thing with Jacksonville. I don't think anybody really expected Jacksonville to be as good as they were. Ben Johnson, I think everybody had the idea that he was going to be good, especially with the moves that they made. So he actually just did exactly what he was supposed to do, and I think that they're on the right track. Mike McDonald has done phenomenal with the Seattle Seahawks. They have been amazing pretty much all year, only a couple of losses. I think he's done really well. Kyle Shanahan, all the injuries and every single week, they still make the playoffs, and they were just so riddled with injuries, So, and Vrabel, what else can you say? Man, the guy took a team like the Patriots that were in the bottom and 1 year in. I would personally like to pick Kyle Shanahan, but I'm going to go with Mike McDonald. I think that he's done the best out of all of these guys, and just because I think they still have a chance to do it. But all of these guys legit this year really do have a chance at winning, and I think they all can make a very, very fair case. Ryan, you're up, man. What's your pick?
Oh, yeah. I went back and forth on all 5 names about 47 times because, every single one of them. And I don't think you can go back to any other year where it's this tight to get to this point. Obviously you guys touched on Cohen. I mean, Ben Johnson, I remember like the first 2 or 3 weeks, people were laughing their ass off at him because they were so bad offensively. And then obviously they turned it around. Mike McDonald, with the defense there, and then I don't know what it is about Sam Darnold, but he has figured it out since New York. He has figured it out. I touched on earlier about the 49ers and just how they're always cursed, but they always seem to be there. Going into Seattle on the road, that's a really tough ask. Obviously they get blown out. And as much as it pains me to say, since they are playing in Denver this week, I'm going to give it to Vrabel as well, just because I remember week 1 of the season, and I remember watching that game against the Raiders, saying they're getting beat by the Raiders. Like they are trash. They're going nowhere. And then here we are in 2 days. They're coming into Mile High for the AFC title. So, I love what all these guys have done. Especially in this, a second-year quarterback taking them. Ben Johnson obviously has that as well. We're in a quarterback resurgence with these young guys.
Yeah, man. You guys said it the best. I don't even really have to say much. Obviously, it's a very tight race. I mean, all these coaches deserve it, in my opinion. So I just got to go with the stats on this. I got to go with Mike McDonald, man. They're about to enter the NFC Championship. They have one of the best offenses with one of the best defenses compared to all of these other 4 teams on this list. So I got to give it to Seattle's head coach.
I'm in with you as well. We got some disagreeers out there, though. Give it to Vrabel that with the easiest schedule in the NFL. Come on.
That's true. That's true. They only
still got to beat the guys in front of you, and that's what he's done.
They only had 3 games where they beat an above 500 team. So
what happens?
Like 4 playoff qualifiers.
I'm just gonna say
2 games were Bills.
I'll just say this: they could go all the way and win the Super Bowl this year, and people will still say, "Well, they never beat the Chiefs, or they never played the Chiefs in the playoffs, or the Ravens."
That is true.
Come on, you play to win the game.
Hey, it's just like when the Celtics won the NBA championship a few years back. They had the easiest road to the NBA Finals. The easiest.
So